And I'm pointing to some yellow, and we're pointing at...
Something important happened for Pi Network. The two founders made their first public appearance together. This big event was in Seoul, South Korea. It was a special moment for the community. Many people have followed the project for a long time. They were excited to see the leaders together. This had never happened before in a public setting. The founders are usually very private people. Their joint appearance showed a new step for the project. The timing of this event was very interesting. On the very same day, the Pi token had a problem. Its price went down a lot. This created a strange situation. On one hand, the community was happy. They saw their leaders united and strong. On the other hand, the market was showing bad signs. This contrast made the day even more significant. It highlighted the different ways people see Pi Network. Some see a strong community and a bright future. Others see market risk and uncertainty. This essay will explain the events of that day. Let's explore these questions in the following sections. The event in Seoul was a big success for the community. It was a meetup for Pi Network supporters. These supporters are called pioneers. Hosted by community member Zoe, another key attendee, Stephanie Moore, Chief Advisor for Pi Network, Focus Communications, Focus Partnerships. Their presence showed how much the team values the community, connecting people who believe in Pi's mission to build a new kind of digital world. Main highlight, the founders' appearance. Dr. Nicolas on stage, Dr. Chengdiao Fan on stage. Both founders together, historic moment. First time seen together at a public gathering. The meetup brought many different people. Pioneers, everyday users, developers, app builders, community leaders from the region. Everyone gathered to show support and hear about the future. Mood, very positive. People were excited and optimistic. Founders' presence was a strong sign. It showed the project is serious and moving forward. Goal, strengthen the community. Chance to meet face to face. Share ideas and feel part of a global movement. Shows Pi Network's global reach. Supporters all over the world. To understand Pi Network, we must know its founders. The project was started by a team from Stanford University. The main founders are Dr. Nicolas, Dr. Chengdiao Fan. There was a third founder, Vincent McPhillip, who is no longer with the project. Dr. Kokalis is in charge of the technology. He is seen by many as the soul of Pi Network. He has a deep technical background. His job is to make sure the network is strong and secure for everyone who uses it. Dr. Chengdiao Fan is the other co-founder. She is in charge of the product. This means she focuses on how people use the Pi app. Her goal is to make the experience easy and useful. She works to ensure the Pi network can be used by everyday people, not just technical experts. Together, Dr. Kokalis and Dr. Fan lead the project. He builds the engine, she designs the car people drive. Their partnership is central to Pi Network's development and long-term vision. Their backgrounds are very impressive. Both founders have PhDs from Stanford University. This is one of the top universities in the world. Their education gives the project a lot of credibility. People trust that they have the knowledge to build something complex. Their connection to Stanford is a key part of their story. The founders of Pi Network have deep academic roots. Their work is built on years of research. Dr. Kokalis, Dr. Fan. Their expertise comes from Stanford University. This association is very important. As noted by Hawka News, if Pi Network were a scam, a top university like Stanford would not want to be connected to it. This link gives many users confidence. It suggests that the project is legitimate and based on sound principles. Their academic background provides a level of trust. Their work started long before many people knew about crypto. They were thinking about these ideas even before Bitcoin became very popular. Their focus was different from many other crypto projects. They wanted to solve real-world problems. They were not just trying to create a new digital money for trading. Their vision was to use blockchain technology to help society. The founder's expertise is in computer science and human behavior. Dr. Kokalis understands the technical side of building a network. Dr. Fan understands how people interact with technology. This combination is powerful. It allows them to build a system that is both technically strong and easy to use. Most crypto projects lack this depth. They often focus only on the technology or only on the money. Pi Network tries to balance both. It wants to bring cryptocurrency to everyone, not just experts. This vision is about more than just making a new coin. It is about creating a platform for real utility. This means creating a network where people can build useful apps and services. The goal is to create an ecosystem that has value in the real world. The academic credibility of the founders is a cornerstone of the entire Pi Network project. At the Seoul meetup, the founders shared important lessons. They talked about the history of Pi Network. They explained the challenges they faced in the beginning. It was not an easy journey. One of the most interesting stories was about rejection. The founders said they were rejected 46 times before the project started to grow. 46 times. This shows that many people did not believe in their idea at first. This experience was very important for the team. It taught them a lot about the crypto world. These rejections helped them understand the market. They learned about what investors wanted. They also saw the limits of typical crypto projects. Most investors wanted quick profits. They were not interested in a long-term vision. The founders realized they needed to build something different. They had to create a project that was not just about speculation. This early struggle shaped their strategy. It made them focus on building a strong community first. Their main goal is to build a platform that has real-world use. This means they want people to use Pi for everyday activities. For example, they want people to buy goods with Pi. They also want developers to build useful applications on the Pi network. This focus on utility is what makes Pi different from many other projects that are mostly for speculation. The founders believe that the true value of a cryptocurrency comes from its usefulness. If a coin is used in a large ecosystem of apps and services, its value is more stable. Dr. Chengdiao Fan is scheduled to speak at a major event called Token 2049. Her talk will focus on how crypto and blockchain can have a real societal impact. They are trying to lead a change in how people think about blockchain technology. The day of the Seoul meetup was also a day of bad news for the Pi token. While the community was celebrating in Korea, the price of the token crashed. According to Bitras, the price fell by about 50%. This was a very large and sudden drop. It happened because of a series of events in the market. A large number of leveraged positions were liquidated. This means that people who had borrowed money to bet on the price of Pi were forced to sell. This cascade of selling pushed the price down very quickly. Several factors contributed to this crash. One major issue was thin liquidity. This means there were not enough buyers to absorb all the selling pressure. When many people try to sell at once and there are few buyers, the price can fall dramatically. Another problem was a large supply of unmigrated tokens. This created an overhang in the market, meaning there was a fear that a lot more tokens could be sold in the future. This fear likely made traders nervous and quick to sell their holdings. The community's confidence was also shaken by the crash. Even though the meetup in Seoul was very positive, it could not stop the negative momentum in the market. The token's price did not get a boost from the founder's appearance. This shows a disconnect between the community's feelings and the realities of the trading market. The community narrative is about long-term building, but the trading activity is often driven by short-term fear and greed. Critics of Pi Network pointed to the crash as a sign of deeper problems. The crash was a stark reminder of the risks involved in the crypto space. The events of that day revealed two very different views of Pi Network. On one side, there is strong community optimism. The people who attended the meetup in Seoul were very hopeful. They saw the founders' first joint appearance as a major milestone. For them, it was a sign of progress and commitment from the leadership team. They believe in the long-term vision of building a useful decentralized ecosystem. This group focuses on the project's fundamentals, like its massive user base and founders' academic credibility. This optimistic view is shared by millions of pioneers around the world. They are patiently mining Pi on their phones. They believe they are part of a movement that will change how people use money and technology. They listen to the founders' messages about long-term thinking and real utility. On the other side, there is significant market skepticism. Critics and traders look at the project differently. They see a token that is not yet on major exchanges. They see a project that has been in development for a long time without a full public launch. For them, the price crash was a confirmation of their doubts. They point to the thin liquidity and large supply of tokens as major risks. These skeptics believe that the community's optimism is disconnected from financial reality. This skeptical view focuses on the market dynamics. Critics argue that a strong community is not enough to guarantee success. A project also needs a healthy and liquid market for its token. The crash showed that the Pi token market is still very fragile. According to BitRS, critics emphasize the disconnect between Pi's community narrative and its trading activity. This group is less interested in the long-term vision. They are more concerned with the current price and the immediate risks. These two opposing views define the ongoing debate about Pi Network's future. The project has a huge and dedicated community, but it still faces major challenges in the open market. The founders' joint appearance in Seoul signals a new phase for Pi Network. It suggests they are ready to engage more publicly with their community and the wider world. This is a significant step for a project that has often been quiet. The key takeaway is that the leadership is becoming more visible. This could lead to more transparency and communication in the future. However, the token crash on the same day shows that the path ahead is still challenging. The project must balance community building with market stability. Looking ahead, we can watch for more public engagements. Dr. Chengdiao Fan is scheduled to speak at Token 2049 in Singapore on October 1st and 2nd, 2025. This is a very large and influential crypto event. Her speech will be an important opportunity for the project. It will allow her to share Pi Network's vision with a global audience of industry leaders, investors, and developers. According to the announcement from Pi Network, she will focus on using crypto for real societal impact, which aligns with their core message of utility. For readers, the next steps are to stay informed and be cautious. It is important to look at information from multiple sources. You can follow official announcements from the Pi Network team. You can also read reports from independent news outlets like BN Crypto, Hoka News, Vin Express, and BitRS. This will give you a balanced view. Pay attention to progress on the project's main goals, such as the development of the open network and the growth of the app ecosystem. This will give you a balanced view. Pay attention to progress on the project's main goals, such as the development of the open network and the growth of the app ecosystem. In conclusion, the Day of the Seoul meetup was a perfect summary of Pi Network today. It showed a project with a passionate, optimistic community and a clear long-term vision. It also showed a project facing serious market challenges and skepticism. The future of Pi Network will depend on whether it can bridge this gap. Can it turn its massive community into a thriving economic ecosystem? Can it build a stable and liquid market for its token? The founders' increased public presence is a start, but the real work of building a sustainable network lies ahead.